belt or otherwise, many believe Corey Sandhagen is the best bantamweight in the world, and to take it a step further, they believe he would be favored against a lot of these guys like Sugar Sean O'Malley and Petr Yan, maybe even Umar Nurmagomedov. But you're only as good as your last fight, and Sandhagen's last three have been quite good. Rob Font certainly was humbled underneath him in their main event in Nashville, Tennessee. Sandhagen's appetite for knowledge is just absurd. He has traveled the world looking for elite training, looking for specialists in the jiu-jitsu realm like Ryan Hall. He is a student of the game. He is a mental giant, and most people believe that when Corey Sandhagen gets to an undisputed championship setting, he will break the door down. Corey Sandhagen ready to reward his supporters once again here tonight. Well, enjoy him while he's here, folks, because you never know if this will be the last time we see Nate Diaz in the UFC with a fan base really as big as any fighter in the sport. Diaz is back tonight, and we're glad to see him.
Stockton, stand up. This guy has a cult following. He is one of the most interesting guys in the UFC because he has this sense that he really doesn't care to be here, but he also doesn't feel as comfortable anywhere but in the octagon. So it's a love-hate relationship with fighting for Nate Diaz. When he's happiest, when he's best, he's fighting in the UFC, a guy that boxes. Unbelievable, but I think it's the attitude of Nate Diaz that has made him into one of the biggest stars that we've ever seen in the octagon.
He had a couple of life-changing paydays against Conor McGregor, the win at UFC 196, the majority decision loss at UFC 202.
Which to this day he says he won, right?
He thinks he won that fight. But one thing goes without saying, and I'll say it anyway, when Nate Diaz fights, the world is watching, and that is the case yet again here tonight. Our tale of the tape for this heavyweight fight. All right, now for the official introductions, here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds in the UFC heavyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, Corey Sandhagen. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, presenting an Ultimate Fighter season winner, Nate Diaz!
Herb Dean, our referee for this one. All right, one of the best bantamweights in the world at present, ready to go here at the beginning of this round. Of course, I'm talking about the Colorado native Corey Sandhagen. And man, when it comes to distance management and the understanding of range, this guy's as good as it gets. Ask Frankie Edgar, ask some of his previous victims. This man will put you to sleep. All he needs is one little opening to close the show. Oh, hook shot blocked there by Sandhagen. All right, early in the fight here, and Nate Diaz off to a pretty good start, found a home for that left hand.
I mean, and it's powerful. It does not seem like Nate is throwing it hard, but he always finds his target very accurate with that straight left hand. So he kind of feeds the right hand to get you moving where he wants, and then bang, he drops that straight left on you that hurts so many. Hurts Conor McGregor, and he hurt the welterweight champion, Leon Edwards, in the same way.
All right, so that opened up a cut around his eye area.
He hasn't moved his head well. He was taking shots too clean, and now a cut has opened up.
So just over 20 total strikes have already landed for Nate Diaz.
Massive quick land, and his opponent seems to be on his way out of the fight.
Well, we've seen a lot of different elements to his striking game tonight, especially that hook. We'll see if he sets it up again here. He has punctuated a lot of his combinations with that hook shot tonight. Oh, lands a nice straight. It looked like he was in a submissive state on the ground, but he worked hard there to get back to the feet. Well, at this point,
he needs to get on his bicycle, John. He needs to get in this place so that he doesn't get finished. Now he's back up. There it is again. Look at that.
Swing and a miss by Sandhagen. Under a minute now to go.
Trying to recover, but he's in a lot of trouble.
Oh, big ground strikes continue to land.
Oh, man.
That's it. That'll do it.
Holy smokes.
With a massive highlight at the Garden. All right, here's Bruce Buffer now with the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Deans called a stop to this contest at 4 minutes, 30 seconds of the very first round. Declaring the winner by knockout, Nate Diaz!
All right, so Nate Diaz adding to his legend in a big way here tonight and really showing you, DC, that he can still compete and beat the very best fighters in this division.
Every time he steps into the octagon, he's very prepared to get the job done tonight. He did exactly that. Phenomenal boxing, high pace and pressure. Great win for Nate.
You ready to fight? Ready. Good.
Well, no surprise, Nate Diaz has a decided reach advantage here tonight. It's one thing to have it, it's another to use it effectively. You know Nate Diaz is a master at getting his hands to the target, and that figures to be a big part of the game plan tonight against this opponent. Nice connection there by Nate Diaz. Not a guy you want to let get going here on the feet, DC.
No, because it's all downhill with Nate, right? It's the activity that will overwhelm his opponents, and this looks like the start of that.
Able to lay the looping right.
Those are big strikes.
Oh, another blistering combination.
Turn back.
Gets back to his feet. Nice defense there. Huge block. Big shots being landed on both sides here. Oh! The jab followed by the right hand. Just over 3 minutes now to go.
Ooh, what a punch.
Oh! Huge right hand! Unbelievable!
Jeez Louise.
Just a relentless effort out of this fighter here tonight. The ref had no choice but to step in, and that is how you leave the judges out of it. Well, another highlight for the real DC as we look back at that scintillating knockout.
Yeah, but the whole fight, he was landing great strikes, kicks, punches. He was doing everything right until eventually he found the shot that ended the fight.
The official decision is in. Here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 2 minutes, 7 seconds of the very first round. Declaring the winner by knockout, Nate Diaz!
All right, so one of the biggest superstars on this roster, top to bottom, Nathan Diaz getting his hand raised tonight and still showing you, DC, several years into this thing, he can still compete and beat the best guys in the world.
People used to talk about Nick and Nate Diaz. He was the little brother, and he wants to still be Nick's little brother. But right now, Nate Diaz stands alone. Nate Diaz stands on his own as one of the best fighters in the entire UFC.
Well, you can argue this is the most influential martial artist of all time, the great Bruce Lee, making his walk to the octagon here tonight, Jim.
Everybody wants to be Bruce Lee. They say they want to be like Mike. If you're a fighter, you want it to be like Bruce Lee. You want it to be that fast. You want it to be that charismatic. You want it to have an ability to just freeze your opponents. Your speed, your movement, just the diversity in the attacks that you can give your opponents would just confuse people. I mean, I watched him beat a 7-foot Kareem Abdul-Jabbar to stay undefeated.
Right.
If you could do that, you could do anything.
I fear not the man who has practiced 10,000 kicks once, but I fear the man who has practiced one kick 10,000 times. Bruce Lee in a nutshell.
Just so wise.
You ready to fight? You ready? Good.
Well, he spent more than 10 years on the roster. Few fighters have as big a fan base as Nate Diaz. You hear the crowd popping. You know they want the Stockton slap tonight. We'll see if Nate Diaz will go to it tonight. One thing is for certain, the man is not afraid to do so if an opportunity presents itself. Diaz gets caught by that straight punch. You got to do better than that defensively. Well, missed on that one. Oh, you got to keep pressing here. Could be the beginning of the end. Oh, perfect execution on the low kick. Back to his feet. Oh, look at that. So you land, and then you add insult to injury by talking trash.
It's almost like, hey, I told you I would get you, and he shows him, I got you. It's time to look for that
takedown. He's cut above the eye now from that strike, so we'll see how the fighter deals with that definite adversity now.
Nice, good strikes. Keep going forward.
Under 3 minutes now to go in the round.
Let those hands go.
Try to establish that jab. Back and forth we go. So just over 20 total strikes. Oh, big shots raining down. Dean steps in. What a fight. Make the bad man stop. A nice stoppage win for him here tonight. And the other side just couldn't handle the incoming assault. A flurry of punches, most of them upstairs. And when those big shots land repeatedly, the referee has no choice but to step in and call the fight. I think Rob Font needs a nickname. He's got the shortest name of all time, just as short as John Anik, right? But if his nickname was like Helvetica, or Times New Roman, or Courier New, I guess those don't work. Let's focus on Rob Font, the fighter. I would argue he is the best fighter, pound for pound, to ever come out of the state of Massachusetts. One of the best jabs in the game. He is exceedingly durable. He has worked hard on his wrestling, though. That has proven to be his kryptonite over his last several fights. So with that as a particular focus, Robbie Font back on the proven ground.
You ready to fight? Ready. Good.
Well, he's got as big a fan base as any fighter on the roster. Here is Nate Diaz, more than 10 years with the UFC now. And maybe we'll see the Stockton slap here tonight. Don't put it past Nate Diaz. If an opportunity presents itself to connect with that open palm, you got to think Diaz will take advantage. Nate Diaz presses forward and lands here, DC. You know this is a pressure style and a pace that he can certainly keep up for 15 full minutes if needed. All right, so perhaps he's going to have to address something defensively. There is a legitimate cut around his eye.
Yeah, he's cut on the eye from that last strike. He's got to pay attention now before it gets worse.
Oh, really using his reach advantage as he landed the jab there. Oh, nice straight there by Diaz.
Oh, nice.
Oh, and and so now he lands another combination, so it's never just one shot. There's always 2 or 3 coming behind.
A lot of times people throw singular strikes. Not this, gentlemen. This man is stringing 4, 5, 6 in a row. What a great job.
Oh, brilliant execution to land the roundhouse. Under 3 minutes now to go in the round. Tags him with the uppercut.
He's got great kicks also. He needs to be throwing more kicks in this fight. He hasn't thrown many at all.
Every strike he lands, that cut gets worse.
Yeah, it's getting worse. And he needed to address it a little bit sooner because now that damage is starting to pile up.
All right, so some definite damage underneath the elbow now on the side of his opponent. A lot of strikes to the body starting to add up.
Yeah, a lot of strikes to the body and mixing up the attack, not being one-dimensional, not headhunting inside the octagon. I think he has fought beautifully right now, and it's starting to show itself. Nice punch, man.
Nice hit there by Diaz. Nice job by the fighter here to continue to block the shots coming his way. You think he's trying to sort of fatigue his opponent here a little bit? That's a second blow by DC. He's rocked.
That was a beautiful hook. It landed and it hurt him very bad.
Well, watch for him to set up that hook again here. 45 seconds to go here in round 1. That's a lot of... Oh, another ground strike gets through. And back to his feet. So under 30 seconds to go in what has been a pretty entertaining and active first round. Oh, man, DC, he would appear to be in real trouble. Outstanding round and another 5 minutes coming up. So how about that round? Back to the stool. Confidence has to be high. That's a good 5 minutes from Diaz.
He has no defense for it.
Well, he had a lot more than a puncher's chance coming in. Big knockdown for him in the previous round, DC.
Ready to fight? Ready.
All right, round 2. Man, how good is that jab from Nate Diaz? Almost as if he's been doing it for 20 years, right?
I mean, he has been doing it. You know, he's got a great boxing coach in Richard Perez, a guy that he believes in, a guy that has allowed him to gain the confidence to stand with the best striker in the world. Big shot lands for both guys.
All right, well, that blow is fauceting from that cut with each strike landed, and he continues to effectively target that area.
You know, we are talking about a guy with a super high fight IQ. So when you give him that blood, that crimson red is nothing more than something that inspires him to continue doing what he's doing. So you have got to change something. You got to get your head moving so you're not taking too much damage to that cut.
Oh, right under the elbow, right on the bottom.
It was perfect. It was a perfectly placed shot, and you see his opponent reacting violently to that punch.
Oh, big left.
Oh, my goodness.
Font's cut is only getting worse, making a nice donation to the canvas tonight. Diaz's punch to the body, that one is blocked. He's trying to recover here. Oh! So a much different approach for him here in this second round. He was a little bit tentative in round 1, a little bit of a thief. Back to his feet. Oh! Huge right hand!
Both of these guys are trying to finish.
All right, so the ref has called a break to the action, and it likely means, yes, he will call in the doctor to look at that cut, which is just leaking all over the octagon right now.
A lot of blood, John, but this is a fight. I mean, guys bleed, girls bleed. It happens in a...
You ready to fight? Ready. Good.
Well, Nate Diaz has been in there with some of the best lightweights and welterweights on the planet. Tonight trying to register another big win. Figures to have the boxing advantage. You know he has the reach advantage. We'll Nate Diaz approaches the early portions of this fight. There from Nate Diaz. We'll see if he can follow it up here, DC.
Nate Diaz is the volume, the precision. He's in your face from start to finish. Guy that will overwhelm you if you allow him.
Oh, nice land with the knee. You see the taller fighter having no issue getting the limb to the target. Oh, and he lands another huge knee there as the taller fighter. Oh, what a shot to the body. His opponent crumbled, but now again.
Trying to keep the poke face, but he's hurt very, very bad.
That shot is blocked by Diaz.
Oh, nice. He's hurting. Oh!
How about that? Lands a huge strike and then just starts rubbing it in.
He's feeling so good and loose that he's able to land and then show you and showboat on you a little bit. It's crazy.
Font's cheek looks like it's cut here, starting to bleed a little bit now.
Oh, again.
Oh, knee strike right to the midsection there.
Down ran it clean.
Well, DC kind of just playing with him at this point, right? You think he's got to go in and just get him out of there.
Well, he's trying, but he gets a little bit anxious, so he starts to throw a lot of punches and not the right punches. Because he keeps missing, and by doing that, he's missing chances to end this fight.
Bruce Buffer has the official decision.
Ladies